and welcome to the channel. It is a new day, and we are watching a new episode of Vinland Saga. It is episode 12, and in last episode, a lot of stuff happened, and I am very curious as to what those events will lead up to. So, without further ado, let's get into the episode. The land on the far bank. Ashla and the crew. Okay. Mm, is it code for something? Yeah, it is code for something.
釣れずとも構わんのですよ。本業は私ですからな。あんた方はデエンジンですな。なかなか達者なイングランド語を話されるが、
Mm-hmm.
なまっていらっしゃる。私の
Mm-hmm.
のなまりに似ている。
It was not code. He was
銀
okay.
2枚。なければ酒でもよいが。さて、
Mm-hmm.
全員を運ぶには何日かかるやら。
いや、にはこの手紙だけです。
Mm-hmm.
乗客が来たと思うたが残念じゃ。で、これを対岸のどなたへ？
元老のどなたかへ大至急。
Oh, one of the
ア
elders.
シュラットからとお伝えいただきたい。
Oh, he's an he's a mercenary warrior. What is he thinking?
承知しました。大至急。
He's hoping to get paid. I'm assuming. I don't know. Something's happening. Let's see. Just seeing him on the floor like that makes me laugh.
お静かに願いますよ。なぜ進軍を止める？トルケルに追いつかれてしまうぞ。
Calm down. Calm down.
している時は物音を立てない決まりだ。
The ear is that word.
耳？
ビョルン、そのとんがり頭に息をさせるな。
耳？どんな塩梅だ？
昨日より近づいている。
Mm-hmm.
価値と馬の行軍音、数は500近く。後ろにぴったりつけてるぜ。歩いて一日の日だ。
Mhm. That would make sense that even though you can't hear them normally, you might hear some rumble, right? Because sound travels faster through solid material. Because how does sound work? Sound works by propagating waves, right? By propagating vibrations from one molecule to the next molecule. So sound does travel in denser objects faster because molecules are literally just next to each other. So the transmission of vibrations happens faster. Whereas compared to air, where there's like a lot of space between molecules, it takes um, longer time, but also it dissipates faster. So that would work. And that is why a lot of the times you'll see in movies people try to listen on the wall, right? So what you and you might even see some people using a glass, right? Because that helps kind of create this resonance with that vibration so that you can hear the sound.
マジかよ、耳。
There is science behind it.
2日の距離だっつってたじゃねえか。
俺の耳を疑うのか。
早いな。よほどの強行軍なんだろうぜ。この分だと数日のうちに追いつかれるな。
And that is why when you have like a really strong bass, especially like sub bass, you can feel it. You can feel the vibrations.
静かにしろお前ら。
The trap.
馬だ丘の上2機
He sees moving. I can't do that. I know people who can do that, but I can't do that.
完全に捕捉されたな。
Nice.
どうする気だ。迎撃するなら今のうちに陣を張らねば。いや、無理でしょう。
You gonna match for them? Yeah. He has some plan, I feel like.
このままでは
He has to have a plan.
援軍を要請しました。それまでは逃げ回りましょうや。
Mm-hmm.
援軍
Mm-hmm. To his mercenary village, I'm assuming. Either his mercenary village or the king, who knows. November 1013, AD West England downstream east bank of Severn River.
軍だ敵地
Mhm.
のど真ん中だぞアシェラットが言うんだぜ
Mm-hmm.
あいつがその手の嘘を言ったことあるか
True.
まあねえな確かに
Oh, he hasn't yet.
でも一番近いと
they remind me of orcs. If you're familiar with orcs, like from any kind of fantasy world, you know how they operate.
レスターだろマジかよ2週間はかかるぞ
Mm-hmm.
似合うんかね援軍
I'm not saying Vikings, by the way. I'm just saying them, Ashlad and his crew. Not Ashlad, but his crew specifically.
援軍呼んだら褒美も山分けだろ。俺ら100人だけでやるっつって
If you're dead, there is nothing to plunder.
いいよもう船に乗りてえ。
ああなあ船があれやな
Yeah, ship would be nice. Who's keeping watch? Oh, he okay. Yeah. You would usually leave that to someone else because as the leader and the commander, you need the rest because you need to think, make important decisions. When you're sleep deprived, you can't make good decisions.
なんだ何か用か。
What you gonna do?
みんな動揺してるぜ。
Mm-hmm.
説明してやれよ。動揺
True.
させとけ。
Oh,
少しぐらい焦った方が行軍も早くなっていい。
okay. That is one way to deal with it.
なんだよ。他に用がねえならお前も寝ろ。あんた、ここ数日ちょっと変だぜ。
Mm-hmm.
何考えてる？
What have you been up to?
王子の顔を見てからだ。そうだろ。
Maybe it's princess. Oh yeah, that is something that we discussed. Maybe it's not a prince. Maybe it's a princess.
40年余り生きてきてな。
Mm-hmm.
そいつがどんなやつなのか、大物か小物か、利口かバカか、パッと面見ただけで分かっちまうのさ。王子の面見てな、分かっちまったんだよ。王者の面じゃねえってな。
Yeah, a nice man.
みたいな面だよな。だがよ、あれはまだガキじゃねえか。
Good men seldom make good kings.
そうだな。まだ若い。これからだ。これからって。よし、起きろ、野郎ども。
As a king of a kingdom, right? As the leader of a civilization, it is your responsibility to do anything it takes to ensure the survival and to nurture your own kingdom, right? By any means necessary. And that is what it takes to be a king, right? Obviously, avoid unnecessary violence and avoid unnecessary immoral tyranny, right? But when necessary, you have to take steps that go against the common sense, go against morality for the sake of your people. And a lot of the times, those decisions are decisions that a good man wouldn't take. For example, if killing, let's say, 10 innocent people brings peace to the kingdom, a good man would let them go. right? But as a king, would you let them go? We can discuss about the legalities of investigating the crime, etc. All that is late. Let's just say you have to make a choice between sacrificing innocent people. Um, Otherwise, there would be social unrest. Hmm? So at that moment, you have to make a choice. That choice depends on what kind of person you are. Right? Are you going to bear that cross? Are you going to bear that responsibility of making the ruthless decision for the sake of your kingdom's well-being?
行軍準備ぐずぐずしてっとトルカルに追いつかれるぞ
What matters more than being a good person is putting food on your citizens' table. I'm just going into philosophical rants at this point, but just saying, I like that philosophy. I'm not saying that's how it's supposed to be, but it's just it's a fun thought experiment, right? What makes a good king, right? Where do you draw the line in terms of morality for a person to be a good king?
マジかよまだ真っ暗じゃねえか
Like the sound, I think it's a mandolin. It's either a mandolin or a santoor. It's a nice sound. I like that instrument. So when someone's either plucking a mandolin or they are playing a santoor.
眠れたか
Sounds more like a mandolin.
なあ
うるせえな黙ってろよ
いやー喋ってねえと眠っちまいそうでさ
Something's happening.
やべえぞアシュラットすぐそこまで来てる
分かってるこのままじゃ追いつかれちまうぞ分かってるって
Where is the backup? How are you going to deal with this?
俺そこ
Who? They're in the clearing? It's Yom's Viking? Or it's Thorfinn? Who is this? Who is this?
霧の魔物じゃねえだろうな
Who is this? Who is this? It's a secret society? What is happening? He's a soldier.
団長自らおいでくださるとは恐縮です
久しいなアシュラット
You kidnapped the prince for them? Are they allies? Ashlad has been working on his own plan. What is happening? So many questions. Romans? Is that Roman? Is that the Roman garb? Reminds me of like the Roman
その船が
outfit people used to
連
wear.
中を乗せて川を渡ったってわけだどこの船だったかわかるか
Mm-hmm.
それがはっきりとはなんせヤギの父みたいに霧が濃かったもんで
Mm-hmm.
ありゃノルドの船じゃねえよ流灯がなかった
Mm-hmm.
なんかボテッとした船だったかも
Mm-hmm.
目が書いてあった選手のとこにギョロッと
Mm-hmm.
スベン王の船じゃなさそうだな
Yeah.
まあ何にしろトルフィンたちの足跡をたどることはできなくなったなちーっと奴らのことは侮ってたな まさかセバン川の向こう岸を味方につけてるとはな。
向こうの住人はイングランドからデンマークに寝返ったってことですか？
バカ、お前もの知
Are
ら
they
ね
ro-
えな。願えるも何もこの川の
isn't part of England in the first place? Okay, it makes sense.
ウェールズってんだ。
Wales, okay. It's the way.
イ
Okay.
ングランドの西に位置する山岳地帯。
Ah.
険しい山々に資源は乏しく、
Mm-hmm.
耕作に適した平地もわずか。イングランドに比べ貧しい土地と言える。ローマ支配時代の終焉以降、全地域を統一するほどの国家が育つことはなく、
Mm-hmm.
多数の小王国が割拠する状態が数百年続いていた。
Okay.
アシェラッドの救援要請に応じたのは、そんな小王国の
One of
一
those
人。
small kingdoms. Okay. East of Morgan. Okay, how do you say that? Morgan. 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 Morganwig. Morganwig Kingdom. Wales. Wales is a really beautiful place. I've only seen it in passing, but like a lot of greenery. It's just beautiful place. I know people who live there. It's just a really good place. I don't know what I was trying to say. It's like, okay, let's not go there. I don't want to talk about my the people I know in personal life.
アシェラッド、今頃トルケルメは川の向こうではがみしておるだろうて。あとはこのまま回路を行けばゲインズバラへ帰れるというわけだ。いえ、こっからはまた陸路です。
Yeah, makes more sense.
何を言うとる貴様。そこに船があるんが。大国の物差しで考えちゃいけませんよ。
Mm-hmm.
この国にとって軍船3隻や貴重な戦力なんです。
True.
トルケルを巻くのに協力してくれ。
See what did I say? Ships are a valuable asset for 3 ships are valuable for an entire kingdom. Right? Ships are very valuable. Shipbuilding is a very valuable skill.
だけでもよしとしなけりゃ。なら2隻でよい。詰めれば100人くらい。ダメです。わがまま有効は置いていきますよ。
How are they supposed to live? How are they supposed to trade? How are they supposed to do fish? Do fish? How are they supposed to fish?
我々を恨んだろ。これ以上殿下の恩義を危険にさらすわけにはいかん。
Feel free to walk back, man. No one's stopping you.
はやぶさ、あんなに低く。ラグナル、捕まえてくれ。
殿下、
Mm-hmm.
今大事な話を。
Mm-hmm.
トルケルに追われながらイングランドを北上するよりはマシですよ。少なくともこの国は私の味方です。
Mm-hmm.
それでも心配だとおっしゃるなら、トルフィー、このものをクヌート殿下にお付けします。おお、そんな時の。
勝手に決めんじゃねえよ。
なりは小さいが腕は立ちます。殿下とは年も同じなので気が合うでしょう。
That'll be an interesting dynamic.
アホか。メンチ切ってどうすんだよ、おめえはよ。
見返りはあるんだろうな。
I'm assuming the prince is going to learn some like bravery, warrior like qualities from Thorfinn, and Thorfinn is going to learn some peace, composure from the prince. Hopefully, that is what is going to happen because this guy needs it. He can't just keep having outbursts at every turn.
わかったわかった。ゲインズバラに着いたら相手してやる。
アシェラッド、準備は良いか？
はい、ただいま。やれ、忙しいな。
Mm-hmm.
こちらはモルガンクーグ王国の将軍、
Mm-hmm.
グラティアヌス殿。我らの道案内をしてくださいます。
Nice. Did you say Morgan coup?
おお、少し剣があるが良い顔だ。
軍団長、
Mm-hmm.
それは私の部下です。クヌート王子殿下はそちらにおわします。
目に力がない。
Mm-hmm.
本当に時代のイングランドを滑るものか？
Yeah.
貴様、失礼であろう。
我らがデンの王子の逃避行に協力する理由は一つ。
Mm-hmm.
ウェールズへの不可侵条
Treaty of
約
non-aggression makes sense.
すべては
Diplomatic relationships, right? Why would you help the heir of a kingdom? Because you want diplomatic relationships, right? A small kingdom having a diplomatic treaty, a trade relationship with a bigger kingdom, a much bigger kingdom, much richer kingdom, on favorable terms, right? It is very beneficial. So it is worth risking their ships in this case.
王子よ誓われよイングランドの王となった暁には決してウェールズには干渉せぬと
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
はいお任せください
stop pampering him, man. How long are you going to pamper the prince? How is he supposed to?
ああ殿下は公務をしておられるそなたらが船3隻を提供するならば私は王子本人に聞いているのだ
Yeah, exactly. How do we know you're not just making that up, right? The prince has to say it. The prince has to stand his ground. Ask what you want. Ask it. Because you're negotiating with a different kingdom.
何まあよいまた後で聞こう
Mm-hmm.
それまでに文書を用意しておく
Mm-hmm.
出発の準備を急がれよなんじゃあのコマンチはこちらの足元を見よってからに
What the fuck, dude? Hey, your entire squad would have been dead. Your own prince would have been dead. They are doing you a favor. You owe them the treaty at this point, right? They could surround you and bury you right now. The fact that they're not doing it is something that you need to consider. With an ignorant caretaker like this, with an ignorant advisor like this, no wonder the prince is indecisive and pampered.
天下と対等に口が聞けるとでも思うとるんか
See, he keeps putting the prince on the pedestal, right? You're supposed to teach him. But
田舎もんめが
exactly, I agree with Ashlat. Exactly, I agree with the crows also. What is that?
行軍また行軍今度は山道かよ
トルコよりは山道の方がマシで
True.
楽しい話しようぜ
楽しいってどんな
Mm-hmm.
そりゃおめえスベン王のご褒美だよ俺たちはあのトルケルから王子を救ったんだぜ
True.
その一つももらいたいもんだかっちょいい剣とかいややっぱり黄金よ金に勝る
Yeah, if you have money, you can do anything with it.
なんでも王の寝室には世界中からさらってきた美女の奴隷が100人もいるってよワクワクすんなもう他にはおい神父
Then what, man? First take care of your own living.
王の家にはどんなものがあったね
いやまあこれといって価値のありそうなものはなかったですよ
嘘美女も
Mm-hmm.
女性の奴隷は結構いましたね
いましたねってそんなあっさりあんた女に興味ないのか
いやいや私の求めているものに比べれば
Mhm.
金も美女もつまらないものだという
Oh, yeah, he's a man of the cloth.
ぜひ教えてくれ一体それは何なんだ
Is he the god or booze?
愛です
Oh, okay.
愛
I was wrong.
なんだそれ聞いたことねえな
俺知ってるキリスト教徒がよく言う呪文かなんかだよ
食いもんじゃねえの銀で言うと何ポンドのものだ銀では買えません銀に価値を与えるのも愛だからです愛なくしては金も銀も美女もすべて無価値だ
Mm-hmm. There's a great Greek philosophy called eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is something that everyone pursues in life. The philosophy basically says every human, every living person, right, who has ever existed, is existing, and will ever exist, is living in pursuit of eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is the feeling of happiness, but not happiness as in the English happiness. It's happiness in terms of being content with your living, right? Living in the moment, feeling like you have everything you need, and this is it. This is life, right? That fulfilling happiness. That is called eudaimonia. There's something in my what is happening. That feeling, that feeling is called eudaimonia. So let's say, um, I eat food. You eat food. You feel good. You feel full, right? Eudaimonia. You try want to make money. Why do you want to make money? Because I want to. Because I want to buy something. Why do you want to buy it? Because I like to have it. That emotion, right? That feeling of happiness. Eudaimonia. So the philosophy says that every human is in pursuit of eudaimonia, right? So instead of chasing the materialistic world, go for the feeling of contentness, feeling of happiness, eudaimonia directly, right? Reflect on yourself, try to achieve it um, directly instead of looking for it in material things. That is the philosophy, which this just reminded me of that. I was just going on a tangent. You could have just skipped this entire segment. It would have been fine. Which is basically most of my talking. You can skip it and still be fine, but I say it anyway.
ほんとわけわかんねえな。銀は銀の価値だろうがよ。小難しいこと言いやがって。葉っぱに動いてんだよ。ムシムシ。坊さん、おい。
Mm-hmm.
続けてくれよ、今の話。もう少し聞きたいんだ。
Mm-hmm. In tough times, you need faith.
そろそろブリケイニオン王国に入る。
I'm not saying I'm not saying just religion, right? In tough times, humans need hope. Hope um, is oftentimes derived from external things, right? Derived from external feelings. You your hope comes from having faith in people, in things. You can have faith in your commander. You can have faith in your family. You can have faith in your significant other. And for a lot of people, you have faith in God. That faith gives you hope. And without hope, humanity wouldn't survive. So in that aspect, religion plays a very important role in the world. Well, let's not go into organized religion, but that's a whole different conversation.
案ずるな。話はつけてやる。
ご尽力痛み入ります。
お前たちのためではない。利害の一致だ。
Yeah, that is all. That one more insight, one more tangent, quick tangent. If you understand something called political incentive, you will understand 99% of how the world operates, right? For example, if you think there is country X, country Y, country Z, country Y is doing horrible things, country Z is condemning them, but country Y is not condemning them. In fact, they might be allies. Why? Because in the past, country Y offered favorable diplomatic relations to country X, right? So country X has to consider its own position in its political incentive. um so then if you combine that with the principle of being a good leader, being a good king, there are a lot of things to consider. So if you learn to look for political incentive or just incentive in general, right? Anything happens, what is the incentive here? Who is gaining what, right? You understand who is gaining what in a specific scenario, you'll understand 99% of how the world operates.
ウェールズ諸王国はかねてよりイングランドの
侵攻に苦しめられてきた。お前たちデン
Mhm.
ジンが黙らせてくれるならば、
Mhm.
我々に都合がいい。
Makes sense.
きっとさように約束されましょう。
Yeah. He doesn't trust the prince.
血筋は申し分ありません。あとはまあ、
Mhm.
若さに期待しています。
Mhm.
惚れた男ほど思い通りにはならんもんです。案外、あのくらいの器の方がちょうどいいのかもしれません。
Could be. Maybe you need a pacifist king. Who knows?
彼らは誇りあるブリタニアの末裔だ。
Mhm.
天皇には従う。
Roman descendants. Okay.
グラティアヌス殿、未だ伝説を信じておいでですか。アルトリウス公が西の彼方のアバロンから戻られ、古のブリタニアを復興なさるという。
Excalibur. Oh, the ear is saying something.
確かか。耳のやつはそう言ってるぜ。
His name is just the ear. That's so funny.
ブリケイニオングの使いのものだ。
They might have soldiers in ambush, which is probably what the ear just told them.
出迎えご苦労。お待ちを、グラティアヌス殿。気づいたか。なぜわかる。部下に耳の良い者がおります。
Mhm.
だが、もう遅い。
They're surrounded. Yeah, and they have a height advantage. Ooh, rough. Thought they were gonna run in, but arrows are difficult to deal with. Torquil is here. How? Oh no, he's not. Okay, just walking. They build a bridge. What is happening? What are you doing, King? Bro's not having a good day. Dude, why? Instead of just kneeling there, go do something. It's raining. Lief? How long has it been? Damn. Oh yeah, Thorfinn grew old. He's been searching for Thorfinn. He just looks at every blonde kid and thinks it might be Thorfinn. That has to be rough. Goes been looking for him. Going for the animals has to be like, why would you do that? Why did the animal do? Don't just look at them. Duck. Hide. Take cover. Okay. Safe. Okay, that was a fun episode, and we finally got to see Lief. I've been wondering where Lief has been. Did he meet the king? What did the king say? How did that situation go? Poor guy has been looking for Thorfinn for so long. I hope they get to meet. They have a reunion. I hope Thorfinn gets to go back home, see his family. And in this situation specifically, I I hope the prince develops some common sense and a spine, because he has to be the prince, right? Or he might not be. Who knows? Something might happen. I don't know. Anyway, that is episode 12 of Vinland Saga. I will see you guys in the next episode, which will be tomorrow, by the way. So like and subscribe. Don't forget to tune in for tomorrow's upload. And I stream every single day. Don't forget to catch me live. Link in the description. I'll see you in the next one.